told me, Aisha, you're going to be in Australia and you're going to be looking at a boat and you're going to go scuba diving and you're up there under the water and you're kind of like perving on all the animals. I tell you, you were crazy.
It's pretty good.
You're perving on all the animals. You're perving.
Whereas Mohammed from 90 Day can say anything bad and he just sounds dumb. Aisha could tell you that the rapture is here, and you go, that sounds fun.
Come on, we're going to go see the rapture. All of our souls are going to go out of our bodies.
I'm here for it. It's just the way she says it.
Right there, out of my voice.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my mom.
We're all going to go to heaven.
Are we?
Not all of us. All the shitty, boring ones. Yeah, have fun at the rapture, y'all. I'll be stuck here having a good time.
Wow.
Fuck all of you.
Glad we went there. Didn't
have fun in heaven.
Yeah. Thanks for the air quotes.
Enjoy your eternity.
Wow. Don't know where to go back from that.
I'm going to go to Vegas and blow everything on coke and strippers.
This is season 1, episode 8, called Prom Night, a below deck down under, as we call Badoo.
Badoo. Okay, I need to get one thing out of the way right away.
Live shows?
No, you can talk about that first.
Y'all, we have
that's probably best.
Yeah, we have a new date added for Tamps.
All you Tamps, come see us in Tamps.
Saturday, y'all remember, different shows.
Same hoes.
So we're going to be 2 different shows talking about 2 different stuff.
Different programming.
We added that date to Saturday night to Tampa.
It's a good night for us to 2 nights for us to DP you.
Yeah, and speaking of DP, it is Poodle's birthday weekend show. So you know that's going to happen to
double
him sometime.
Shows.
Yeah.
How am I going to...
It is the Double It tour.
How am I going to deal with having my birthday weekend and me doing 2 shows?
I really think instead of flying back home on Sunday, we're going to have to do it on Monday. I think you're just
Tuesday.
Oh, Jesus. I think you're going to need time in Tamps.
Woo! Saturday night's going to be wild. Yikes.
Anyway.
I might leave you at the meet and greet.
Oh, that's fine.
No, I wouldn't do that. As soon as it's done, though, I'm like, y'all got to leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, we got to get out. So anyway, y'all, there's
if you start seeing my butt twitching, that's how you know.
You hear that? That's not coming from Poodle's mouth. Exactly. Like that dinosaur. So anyway, yes, go to our Linktree link. That's in our Instagram profile and in our TikTok profile. Also, y'all, we figured out how to do little reaction memes. Poodle's got some coming down the pipeline, or the pike.
The pike.
Whatever. I still like pipeline, son of a plumber.
That's okay too, but the pipe is not accurate.
Okay.
That people say.
Coming down the pipe. So anyway, I've got some reactions to Destiny's makeup. So be sure to follow our TikTok.
Yes.
Well, it's on Instagram too, but it kind of starts at TikTok. But follow both of them and you can see those. So any other announcements?
Bi-Curious poll. The poll for our Bi-Curious is a nail biter this month.
It really is.
If you're a member of our Patreon, you guys, if you're a $5 member of our Patreon, you can vote for which show that we carry on the cover on the Bi-Curious. Right now, Inmate to Roommate and Indian Matchmaking are fighting it. They are duking it out. Ding, ding.
They are. Let's see.
Cosmic Love is way behind.
Oh, my God. Inmate to Roommate has 49% of the vote. Indian Matchmaking has 47.
Wow.
We need that guy that you think is so hot from CNN to do analytics with the khakis. Steve Kornacki.
That's MSNBC.
Oh, he's MSNBC. Steve Kornacki. What if Steve Kornacki came on our podcast
I'm
to
such
talk
a
about,
fan of Steve Kornacki.
What if he came on our show to talk about who he thought was going to win the Bi-Curious?
So we're trying to figure out, this whole swath of the country is really in love with Inmate to Roommate.
You would spooge all over yourself.
I would. I think he'd be quickly done with Inmate to Roommate, and I think I could keep him laughing. He's gay.
Does he have a husband or boyfriend?
I don't know. Someone knew him and offered to set us up once.
What?
Sorry, but I didn't know who he was at the time.
What?
I didn't know who he was.
Contact that friend back.
That's true. This is when I was staying in New York for a couple of weeks. And
This was years ago when you were broke and couldn't even afford dinner. Now you can go out and do stuff. Call him back.
maybe I'll do that.
I feel like a New York boyfriend would be perfect for you.
He would, yeah.
Because we talked about last show being in another country. It's too far for you.
New York is perfect.
You have enough people that could keep tabs on someone in NYC.
Yeah, you could make sure that I'm not. I have enough people who could act as governesses for me.
But it's always perfect enough that you could just show up on the same day if you needed to.
It's true, and get that D and leave the next day if I needed to.
Oh, I meant to catch him in an act.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. I'm not. If we were in like any type of open thing, I wouldn't be that jealous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I wouldn't want them to come back over here, though.
So you could be in an open relationship. So you would be fine knowing that if you, let's say, got sick and were dealing with like a sinus infection and you were at home in LA sick, drinking soup, and you would be okay knowing that
if Steve Kornacki was fucking around,
he's fucking two guys with smooth buttholes.
Yeah, see, that's when it becomes real. And that's when I say I'd be okay with an open relationship. But again, my preferred open relationship is open for me and not for them. It's a door that opens only my way.
Well, you could be with someone who's what is it, monoamorous or
is that it?
There's polyamorous, and then I think that monoamorous. I don't remember.
What are you trying to say?
But polyamorous and then monogamous, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
There are people that are in monogamous and then poly relationships. So
yeah, so they would be monogamous, and I would be polyamorous.
Not poly, but you would not polyamorous. You don't want to be in love with a bunch of people.
Absolutely not.
You just want to be. You want to have polyamory.
I want to have it
like
a Valentine style.
Yeah, Valentine. Right down to your ass cheeks. You're looking so sweet.
That's why I understood him. I understand you because I get it.
Because I get it. Anyway,
because I get it.
Y'all, let's talk. So that's our stuff. That's all of the announcements. Let's jump into this. Pooh, what were you going to say?
I don't know. Oh. So, we, about the prom. How did I get waylaid?
Well, I just brought up the announcements, which we should bring at the top of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We came up with this idea that they want to do prom, and I think we've talked about before. I always roll my eyes at gay prom and things like that, but I think it is nice. Maybe it's not something you didn't have, like you didn't get to go with another boy, or didn't go with a girl, couldn't ask another girl.
Yeah, I'd love to go to a prom.
I get it. This is not that, because they're asking members of the staff, and then the members of the staff have to serve them half the way through. Or when Toomey has to go down and do laundry in her prom dress.
It's weird, but at the same time, I also think it's a good thing, because it's not that they all get to dress up and wear silly prom outfits, but then all they really do is take a picture and eat and they dance. It's not like they have to have around the world dinner like on the other below, or they have to have it. It really isn't that much more for the staff to jump through.
I guess I was thinking the intention, though, is that we get to be people tonight, and I think that was the intention. But you get to be people for 5 minutes, and then you get to go to work.
Yeah, they never get to be real people. Never.
I thought it was weird. They only followed the concept of prom for when it suited the guests.
Yes.
and it only factored in. And so if Aisha was dancing with someone, she's like, "Oh, I'm your date tonight. Can you go get me our gin, Ricky?" Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So it just felt weird.
I didn't mind. I thought it was one of the. I thought the cuter themes. What they've been doing their prom pictures.
It just
and
felt
everything.
fucking classist to me. And
I didn't get that, but I understand it. But I thought it was. I would have been into it.
Like, hey. And
but I wouldn't want to have gone to prom with a lady. I've already done that. I want to go to prom with Jamie.
Now, were you
Jamie
dating?
took me to prom.
Were you dating this woman, or did you go as friends?
Friends.
You went to
I went
prom
friends.
with. Gotcha.
My junior year, she tried to kiss me. We kissed.
Yeah.
And then she wanted me to go back.
Was she
to
blind?
And no, redhead actually, and really good in debate. But she.
That's why you fell in love with her.
And so, but she wanted me to go back to a party, and I knew stuff would happen at that party. And I said, "Oh, I can't! I love the Lord. I got to go to that lock-in. That Lone Grove First Baptist has a lock-in tonight." And I wanted to go with my friends.
Lone Grove First Baptist lock-in.
Oh, they always did the lock-in. They sponsored.
Why were the Catholic churches not doing youth activity stuff?
Because our Catholic church was out in Ardmore.
Oh,
So it was like 10 miles away. So it never did anything in Lone Grove.
I see. So you had to go to the Protestant churches
Yeah.
for your youth fun.
Yeah, and every time they'd ask me if I was washed in the blood and tell me that Mary's going to hell.
You're like, sure I am.
Sure, yeah. I end up just, they say, "You washed in the blood?" And I would say, "Yeah, I got baptized at Lone Grove First Baptist a long time ago." And they say, "Well, that's good. Yeah, I love Reverend Morgan." I would just tell them that.
Wow.
Because the Assembly of God people were crazy about it.
Isn't that crazy?
And the
That
Church of Christ. I was like, shut up. I get it.
you would probably be more persecuted for being Catholic than gay.
I was.
Wow.
100%. I felt so much more made fun of for being gay than for being a sissy boy. Which
Turns out you were both. So,
Turns out. Yeah. Or for being Catholic. Yes, Catholic.
but anyway, I didn't think it was fine. I kept laughing at the idea of it, where it's like, it's a magical night. We're going to involve the staff, you guys.
The pictures were cute, though. What's smart about it is you have something to remember, as you said, for weddings and for prom. The only thing you remember are the pictures.
Well, Ryan wasn't invited, and he was pissed off about it. Hand to God, if Ryan was made to go to prom and take pictures with
bitch about
anybody,
it.
he would bitch about it.
He would. Did you go to prom?
I went to my junior one.
Oh, okay. With the girlfriend?
No, I went with friends, group of friends.
That's good.
I did not go to my senior one because I think it was.
You had a piano competition.
I swear to God, I think it might have been. It was.
God, that is so gay.
It was on a Saturday.
Oh, God.
And
I'd like to go, but I've been working on this WC for months.
hey, that was my ticket to college.
Did your father sit you down and
I wasn't.
Did your dad say, "Friend, I know you want to go to this prom right now, but this is your ticket to college"?
Absolutely not. My parents were like, they didn't push me at all. I was so self-directed in that.
Well, also, when you're gay, y'all, you will happily do your extracurricular activities to get out of having to do things with a girl.
and
For sure.
getting out of your shit hometown.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I needed to get out. But I also just didn't enjoy my junior one. Events aren't fun for me.
The junior one I enjoyed the junior one okay. I had a ball, but I went with my best friend, Lori.
I feel like
That was great.
I feel like there are people who love prom and everyone else.
I didn't love the prom part. Like the dinner and all that and the speeches and all that. I think that's dumb. I just thought the dance was fun and then the party afterward you get drunk.
Looking back, it all felt like an exercise in heteronormativity
That's
to
exactly
me.
what it is.
And that's why when I had it, I did not make an excuse to go to my senior because I wanted to go to a competition in Columbia. Because I knew one of my teachers was going to be judging my teachers at was going to be judging who I was going to be seeing at Michigan was going to be judging down there.
Well, that's what you got to do.
And it paid off.
Did it?
That's a good question.
You're here.
Y'all, there's a lot of ways you can look back on what you've done and like, do I regret it all? My suggestion to you is regret nothing and be happy it got you where you're here.
Don't look back, or as that Casey Musgrave song says, don't go through your camera roll.
Wow.
It's a great song.
What does that mean?
Well, it's that Star-Crossed album. That album's all about what she
don't book report it for me.
No, it's a great album. It's all
Okay.
about her getting divorced.
Okay.
So the whole thing is like, don't go through your camera roll, like remembering your relationship for what it was. So it's like, but don't go through like this like what if remembering how good
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great album, y'all.
I
love her.
I've said this before. I wish her voice were stronger. I wish her voice I could just like.
I get it, but I don't care about that. I love
Yeah.
her lyrics. Her lyrics are just so
No, I
good.
get it. Some people are like that with Taylor Swift, but I think
I
Taylor
don't love
Swift.
Taylor Swift's voice at all. That's actually what's kept me from her music.
I love her voice.
I liked her, but yeah, her voice doesn't do it for me all. But I like her
Interesting.
lyrics. Yeah, and I like the music, but her voice is forgettable to me. But I understand that with Casey
Taylor
Musgraves.
Swift's voice over Casey Musgraves.
No, I don't.
Interesting. I think Taylor Swift has a much more of a pop voice than Casey Musgraves does.
But I
maybe
like
it's a
country
choice.
more than
yeah.
you too. Yeah,
I think it's maybe a choice.
We're not dogging either. One of them.
No.
I still love Taylor Swift. Well, Poodle does hate Casey Musgraves. He's
I don't hate her.
About. No, I'm kidding.
I wish, because I've listened to her songwriting, and I wish, as a vocal coach, I wish I could tell her what to do in the higher register, because she pulls off so much of it and goes to kind of a whispery high thing. And oftentimes, I'm going to stop talking about this, but it's also often some of her biggest lyrics, and you can't understand what she's saying sometimes.
I get that. Yeah.
So it's a technical thing completely for her voice. But
Are y'all
that's me.
still there? That's what I'm gonna say. Are y'all still there? Will we
Click.
go off on tangent?
Click. Oh, I hate it when they get faggy.
Have we even started a teabag yet?
No.
Jesus, just pick something.
No. I'll start. This risotto's a little bland.
When it came out of her mouth, I went,
I climaxed.
yes!
Well, first it was Tom who said it. Tom Gay.
Yes.
And
Tom Gay is back, y'all.
And who quickly convinced all the other villagers to riot.
He did.
And they were, and now I don't doubt that the risotto was bland, because later on, Ryan asshole tried it and said, "Yeah, he's right. That's not good."
Which is actually the worst defense.
The fact that he did not try his food and just sent it out,
He sent it out anyway. That it goes back to what his food is basic and not good.
So he's sending out food that he's not proud of, you guys.
Nope.
And even when the crew are eating it, they're having
Jamie
to put sauce.
fucking had to put so much shit on
Who
this.
is it? One of the women in the charter said, "Salt is not allowed in my house because it shows a disrespect to the chef." And my mother never allowed salt on the table because she said, "I'm salting the food enough. I don't want you boys to be like people I see and I grew up with who just salt their food before they start eating it."
There are people that do that, and I don't know. I think my dad would do that.
A lot of people would just see it and they would just salt their food before it was just a thing they did. And y'all, salt makes food taste good. It does, but you can over salt your food.
Oh, it's the worst.
And but I grew up with, my mom wasn't heavy with salt, but sometimes she would pull back, and sometimes she would even say something like, "I didn't salt that well enough." But we ate pepper on food all the time, and I still add a lot of pepper to food. But I understand that if you get food at restaurants, and if you get food from restaurant, food is always overly salty. It always is, or always overly seasoned. But this is unforgivable.
It's not. It's not very.
This awful.
Well, again, it's the worst part is that he knows it.
Yeah, and also
because he made them all this shit.
Yeah,
because they didn't eat enough food, so he basically, y'all. And I just want to say, the food looks like shit. It looks like fucking Olive Garden bullshit.
Yep. Even Captain Jason said, like, "You're kind of home fooding it. We need some Instagram worthy stuff."
And that's when Ryan said, "Well, I don't really cook for you."
And later on, we saw a clip. The captain says, "I'm in charge of this vessel, and I'm your boss."
When he said, "I don't cook for you," I went, "Oh, you're not long."
He's not long. I give him 2 episodes.
Because he texted that chef.
Yeah, 2 episodes.
That is just.
He's going to go down in history of one of the worst attitudes, I think.
He's one of the biggest dickheads.
Actually, the combination of worst attitude, most average food.
Yeah.
Because Ben had a really shitty attitude, and so did Adam. But both of them were really good cooks. And it saved them both times.
Yeah, his food is just... It's not even bad. It's just average.
Yep. And there have been okay, nice chefs, but they've had shitty food, so they've had to go. Mm-hmm. Rarely has one been so shitty personality-wise and so average food.
Yeah, normally someone acts like an asshole because they know their food is amazing, like Meichu.
Yep.
He knew his food was ridiculous.
Yep. Well, he had a lot of other problems, but...
Yeah.
And he actually was his own saboteur.
Oh, for
he
sure.
was less awful to a lot of the other people. Ryan's just awful to everyone.
He is. He's off. Yeah.
What's your next tea bag?
My next one is, I love too that they show the dinner, and of course Culver says too many carbs.
Give me a protein bar.
But it's true though. He did just serve them fucking carbs.
Yep.
It wasn't, again, you could go into probably I would say an hour and a half podcast just about the horrendous food Ryan served and how the meal wasn't prepared well and how it wasn't paired with the right types of food.
It has no love in it at all.
That's
zero
really
love.
Yeah, it's zero love.
If you go to an analogous chef who's going on at the same time, Dave has a lot of problems as a person, but Dave's food is prepared with love. It's more like a prepared with a request. Please love me.
Yeah, more like I was going to say with the ask of love,
but it's made exceptionally well.
Oh yeah,
and he takes great pride in that. That's his reason for living.
Yeah,
Ryan has somehow has taken on the mantle of a chef and the ideas about a chef, but really stopped caring about his food, or he's so in his own head about it. He thinks he can do anything, and people will eat dog food.
They'll eat dog. Well, y'all, it looks like dog food because let's talk about it. Bitch vomits in the hot tub.
Wow.
I was like, oh, honey, you're trash. Like, nope.
And they showed it, and Magda's
wasn't even that drunk.
Why are the leaves in the hot tub?
She wasn't even that drunk.
It was a rookie move.
It was she could have, I would have at least, if I knew I was going to throw
kept it in your mouth.
Gross.
You don't spit it. You can just throw up in your mouth.
Blech. And you swallow it?
No, you don't swallow it. You just hold
I would have
then spit it out.
I would have at least leaned over the hot tub and thrown up.
Well, I don't think this woman is super considerate of others.
Well, but there was someone in the hot tub with her.
That's true.
That's like you're just going to shit your pants, and then Dookie's going to go everywhere while your friend is in the he shot out of that hot tub like a sissy cock giving hand jobs in a dick tree. Just woo!
Wow.
And then Poodle, who has to clean up the vomit in the hot tub?
I died. Benny. And bitch has to get a colander. That is forever known as the vomit colander.
Betty's being punked.
Oh, when I saw that.
Oh, he's being punked. Bless his heart.
I hope they Clorox that.
They would.
My next thing is Machik, and this is a whole thing. Machik and Magda all the way through fighting on text, sending and then calling her and her talking in Polish at 2:43
for like 2 hours.
Well, not
3 hours. Or like
did they talk that long?
It seems like it.
She woke Aisha up.
Yes.
Hopefully she left out of the room to do that. But and she's texting the whole time, and then she has the nerve to say that Aisha is rubbing her the wrong way.
Later,
because she's like, everyone always thinks that we are models and we are stupid. And the problem is, honey, your work ethic is what they have a problem with.
Yeah.
It's nothing else.
She's lazy.
Yeah.
She has a horrible, horrible work ethic.
Right. Or I would posit and say she either thinks things aren't worth her time or she forgets about them and she doesn't understand that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe she's just, I'm trying to give her the benefit of that without saying she's lazy. But
I'm going to say she's lazy.
well, I
on
think
this
that,
boat.
I'm
That's
thinking
from what
that's
I
a
see.
possibility.
Yeah.
The other thing is saying she's either easily distracted or she's always been kind of petted her life.
But think about the things she's wanted to do. The fucking Marilyn Monroe, all the stuff she wants, she goes all out.
You know what? You're right.
She puts in all the effort.
That's true.
But laundry, yeah. So, y'all,
She's having a tough time, and
She's having a tough time,
Aisha
yeah.
basically says, "What's going on with you and your boyfriend?"
and y'all, we're gonna take a commercial break, and when we get back, we're gonna begin with the Below Deck Theater.
And
Action.
scene or action. So, Magda, I heard you fighting with your boyfriend last night. Were you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just worried about all the girls around.
Oh,
him.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
we-
so glad I have a
yeah.
partner like Scott. Do you know
What?
Scott?
You've,
My boyfriend,
yes,
Scott.
You've mentioned him every
He just
time.
lets me do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I'm just out drinking. He's like, don't you even think about me.
Yeah, I don't.
He lets me do what I want.
Well, that's nice for you. It's a little different for me.
I
know?
think you're young in your
You-
relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you might be judging me a little bit.
You know, I
I'm just
don't
saying-
want to be a perv and look at you kind of like in your relationship. I just don't mind with Scott's really good.
Okay, I'm
You could definitely do a little better.
I'm glad. I'm glad. You know, I just don't know if my boyfriend if he's out drinking.
He
I
says
don't
he
know.
tells me to forget about him.
What?
Can you imagine?
What?
He tells me I should forget about him when I'm on charter.
You think my boyfriend's forgotten about me?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And scene. Now, I understand what Aisha was trying to do. This was probably not the best time.
Y'all, I can speak from experience. When you're going through shit in your relationship, you do not want to be around someone that fucking loves
Has
their
the
partner.
best boyfriend.
You can, but you need to not be around someone who talks about it constantly.
It keeps getting worse. Like, Scott is just the best boyfriend.
And Magda says, I feel like she's judging me. And I want to say, it's not that Aisha's judging you. She actually isn't even thinking about you.
No.
She just wants to talk about how wonderful her boyfriend is.
That's exactly what it is. And she's so happy that she can't not talk about it. But it's at the worst possible time.
I predict drama will happen between Magda, Aisha, but also Toomey, because I think Magda is going to try to come for Aisha, and I don't think Toomey will have it.
Interesting. I could see
Because
that.
think how close they are.
Yeah.
But basically, based off this, and then kind of what we see
Yeah,
later.
they're
later
both
in the
going to go for
episode.
Magda. Yeah.
I don't know if Toomey will, because Toomey doesn't really go, but I think she will defend Aisha. I don't know if she'll go for Magda.
Aisha's done nothing but great work with her stews, though.
Much better than Tosh.
That's not even a competition.
I think I think she's done great.
What's your next tea bag, or was it my turn?
My next tea bag is, well, again, this kind of goes off of that. We see Aisha's losing patience with that Magda, because at this point, y'all, this is what, episode 8? And they're making like almond lattes, and Magda's like looking it up on her phone.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to make this. Magda is really slow to make this. And Aisha just says, like, you need to go way quicker.
Do this, yeah.
And Magda responds, she says this in her confessional. She said, she's just pointing out my mistakes now. I'm just dealing with so much judgment. And I went,
That's management.
but they're mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing your job well. This goes back to, it's like she's a fucking Jason.
Yeah.
On who,
You have to. There comes a time when you're showing people what to do, and then when they don't do it, or when they keep having to look at things, then you have to start pointing out their mistakes. Otherwise, because then this is called triage. When you're working with someone, guys,
Yeah.
you almost have to stand over them, and it's very frustrating as someone who has to do that.
it's why she put her back up
Exactly.
on service.
And it's very frustrating for also the person who has to be managed that way.
Yes.
No one wins.
they can't do the manager can't do their job
Right.
fully.
Right.
They're hovering.
Right.
But, she's probably an asshole because Ryan, what is she said? She says she's an angel and she should just go clean a toilet bowl.
So that's my next one.
Oh,
This
look at that.
gets so awful with her saying, the guests just really want everything to be well flavored, which was a wonderful dig because now Aisha can say something about his food.
Because it's been several times now that people have commented on his food not tasting up
And
to
now, and he's like, oh, be quiet, go clean a toilet. And you realize it's not just that he has a problem with a stew. He has a problem with anyone questioning him, and he's on a power trip because he thinks he's above everyone on the boat, just like the captain.
Including the captain.
We should bring up this area. It's later on, but in the prom picture, they're like, Ryan, come take our picture. Take our picture. Captain Jason runs down the steps because he knows he doesn't want to keep the guest waiting. Ryan knows he needs to go take the picture, and Ryan just salts his steaks right in front of them, and Captain Jason just watches him. And it was the most uncomfortable 8 seconds I've experienced on television in a very long time.
Well, you didn't watch 8 seconds with Luke Perry.
Why was that uncomfortable?
He died. That was a big movie for us.
I
in
never
Oklahoma.
watched that movie.
Big movie in Oklahoma. Be even more sad now
Luke
that Luke Perry's
Perry.
actually dead.
Oh.
Anyway, it was very uncomfortable, and it kind of made me think this episode, what's happening between Ryan and this, and like, again, when this going back a little bit, it's just kind of like, where did both of these people come from? It's like they haven't really worked on boats before, ever, because Ryan to act like that, and like when Aisha told Magda too, like, she got onto her because Magda didn't put out something with tongs on it. She just wanted people to fucking... That's a rookie fucking mistake.
That's a very third stew move to make. It's happened in previous seasons.
But for Ryan, too, it's just like, this is... You guys, y'all, it's your captain.
Yeah. No, and later on, just to follow up, this is another teabag, but it goes right in with this. Jason is basically like, this dinner is very confusing, and the organization needs to be better, and the presentation needs to be better. And so
he wants it to be a little more Instagram.
And he gives him like some Captain Sandy style constructive criticism the next day.
He does.
He went to the Captain Sandy school, and he's like, so I got to tell you, Ryan, these buns are dry. You need some more color, and I love your home fooding approach, but it'd be really nice to have some more Instagram worthy stuff. And Ryan just goes, and not even taking any feedback. And he's like, Captain's just a guest at the table. He's like, you're not my priority, and I don't care. You're not long for this boat. There's no way he's long for this boat. If he makes it through the season, what will I eat?
Hopefully not his food, because it tastes like shit.
I don't know. I'll eat a bowl full of unsalted pasta.
There you go.
Yeah. Or unsalted risotto.
Or a bowl full of double stuffed Oreos.
Maybe. Too much.
I want to say something. Like, it goes back to it's about Magda. Obviously, because Magda's starting to say, like, I think Aisha doesn't have the best communication style. And I went, no, her communication's really fucking good.
You just don't like what she has to say about you.
You just don't like what she has to say. But this, to me, is where I feel like I go back to the term lazy for her. Again, how she works really hard on the things she wants to work on.
Yeah.
But also, y'all, come at me. I actually legitimately want to know, and be honest, I won't come at you. I want to know, sissies, especially younger sissies. Is it just considered okay now to be on your phone when you're at your job? Because that is something I was raised not to do. It was something that I feel uncomfortable doing. Even at my law office job, my phone would be at my desk, but I wouldn't be on my phone visibly for my boss or people to see me on my phone at work. Even at a law office job that I had for 18 years.
I think what I'd like to do is set that aside from
But Magda's always on her phone.
But It's definitely not allowed usually in these shows.
But I'm trying not to judge it. I'm trying to look at it as Magda is younger, and I see like even at the law, the younger people that we worked. I don't know if you had this in the bookstore. I go to places.
We could be on our phone all we wanted.
but I go to places and they're. I'm trying to. Do I need to check my own
you know what?
self?
You know what it looks like.
People are checking me out.
It looks like you're not working.
So is that just the norm now? People
I think it is.
Work
yeah,
with their
sadly.
fucking ear things in their ear, and it's not their personal earbud.
Oh, there used to be.
So I want to know. I'm not comfortable with that, but do I just need to be? Is it like one space after the period?
Okay, boomer.
Yeah. Is it like one space after the period? I need to get used to this now.
I still hate that.
I still do too. It's
Me
a
too.
habit. I'm not going to change it.
Chicago Manual of Style. But no, my issue with that the earbud thing, the Starbucks where I used to be close to where I moved, there was always someone with earbuds or one earbud in, and it bugged the shit out of me.
Well, that Starbucks closed.
Shit out of me. Really?
The big one?
No, the one at Beverly and First and La Brea.
Yeah, it closed a long time ago, honey. Closed when you lived there.
No, it didn't. We're not thinking about the same one.
It was the fancy one they opened up at that fancy Starbucks. At first, they called it like the La Patisserie or whatever.
No, that's down there near 4th in La Brea. I'm talking about La Brea and Beverly and La Brea.
This is the most...
LA conversation.
Oh, that one's still open.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. No, the really nice one's gone. Yeah. The Reserve. The Starbucks Reserve.
This conversation just made me sick.
No, I don't mean that Starbucks. I mean the one at 6th and La Brea. Not that one with the I only have really good cappuccinos
This is so
there.
basic because that made me really sad because I went, oh, I love that Reserve mocha.
Basic.
What's
your next one?
I don't know, Go. That waylaid me and made me feel shamed.
I only have one more, I think. And this is about y'all, Captain Jason can do the worm and break dance, and I creamed my pants.
I did too.
Actually, my
hot.
jaw dropped open, and I had to pause.
This is why I thought the prom thing was fun, because that's the kind of shit you do at prom. But when he did that, I went, oh, this is going to be bad. And then he did the worm, and it was good.
And he break danced.
And it was very good. And
on the 8th day, God made Captain Jason, and it was good.
And I think of Jamie. God, I mean, if Jamie, if I was a day, and if I was going to prom with him, I would have never let go.
Yeah, they could have. He was being insubordinate at first, and weirdly, I think we ended this episode with the idea that the captain kind of gave him a break and said, you know, Jamie needed a minute. Hopefully, he's got his shit together now.
He even said, I thought there was going to be some insubordination. And like, he knew all the time.
Like, I thought it'd be mutiny.
He knew all the time what was going on.
Yeah.
But he was kind of like, I just want to say, that guy that guy is so cute. And I realized, if I ever had a boyfriend from NASA, I would never let go. I think that would be the coolest thing in the world.
Which one are you talking about?
The guy, the main charter, he works for NASA.
Janali or Janelle?
Yes.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? What's your husband do? Works at NASA.
So just because you could say that would be really cool.
I could go get free tours of space things. Imagine that. You could
actually go to the real space camp instead of the one in Oklahoma.
Yes, not even space camp, to the real space place, to NASA. I could go in mission control. The next time they make like a new endeavor, well, they're not making space shuttles now because they retired that fleet. But you
could be the first fag in space.
Yes, for the new rocket that they're going to call, I don't know.
Has there been a gay person in space?
I'm sure there has.
There's had to have been a lesbian. There had to be a lesbian before a gay person.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sally Ride never rode a dick in her life. Come on.
Ride, Sally, ride.
Come on. Was that about her?
I don't know. I think so.
Mustang Sally's about Sally Ride?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. Anyway, I think that because we kind of jumped all over the place.
All you want to do is ride around with Sally.
I do want to talk, again, why she's lazy. Magda says, what a wonderful night at prom, and just goes to fucking bed with
That's what I was saying, yeah.
everywhere.
And the
everywhere.
laundry's not done. Jason gets upset. And she's like, why would anyone go to bed with all kinds of drinks and trash all around?
It's true. Again, lazy.
Magda has exposed her nipple to the charter guest.
I think it's okay to use the word when people are being lazy. I think it's okay to. I feel like some people feel like that word can have a connotation. But if somebody is shirking responsibility and they're being lazy, then I feel like that's okay.
I agree
but
with you.
I get why you said
it. A lot of times we don't consider context for that word.
Yes. So I get that. If there's a better word, y'all come at it. But that's what I can think about now. Careless. I don't know.
It's also a word that my parents used and threw around a lot, and I thought unfairly. So
my dad would say people that quote did drugs were lazy.
So
that's not true at all.
I'm really careful about when I use it, and they would use it for everybody.
Yeah, my dad
So
would too,
yeah,
which is not the case. Anyway, y'all, you know who's not lazy?
Us.
Ride, Sally, ride.
Or Sally Ride.
But let us know. Is Mustang?
She had to be a lesbian, right?
Yes, I think there's a gay people in space too. If there hasn't been a queen in space,
There had to be.
oh God, I would
Just the numbers.
I just think
It's a numbers
there'd
game.
be a new rocket ship opening, and I get to go to the gala because my husband works for NASA.
Hey Siri, was Sally Ride a lesbian?
Yes.
It's not doing it. Hey Siri.
All right.
Was Sally Ride a lesbian?
This show's gone on long enough. We really should end it.
Even Siri's like, that's offensive.
All right, y'all. We're going to
We'll
go.
find out.
We'll find out, and we'll see you next week on Below Deck Med. But until then, y'all, remember, it's
Oh,
Anchors
Anchors,
Again.
yay!